That's not like a 1940s TV. That was us attempting to go live on Instagram.
Horrible. I saw a screenshot on Twitter of it, and I can't believe we did this.
Yeah.
Like we spent so long. We spent 8 months making sure everything is perfect.
You're telling me it took you 8 months for you to make a chum bucket version of an already Arby's level health product? A house takes 8 months to build. Hell, you could probably construct Cinderella's palace in that time. But you three trifling troglodytes were all scratching your ass, dancing around the campfire for almost a year to just make an exact replica of Lunchables. You couldn't have even switched the alleged moldy cheese people found in their pizza. Dan was right all along. You guys really have to do better. Alright, welcome back, ladies and ladies with dicks. Many more manic meltdowns has happened for KSI in the last month. He's been gripping DanTDM's wiener harder than Hanayama, refusing to let go, even doing pull-ups on it for training. All because of Dan making one tweet calling his little flim-flam of a Lunchable rotten garbage, along with heavily deceiving their young audience by marketing Lunchly as healthy when we all know it's processed junk. Now, ever since Dan decimated KSI with one sentence, he has been completely radio silent, enjoying his private life on the cottage farm with his wife and kids, probably herding goats in the backyard. However, KS Cry has been bubbling snot out of his nose from how much he's been crying over the last few weeks, posting dozens of tweets desperately trying to get his attention, faking his apology to promote his new backyardian adventure Fortnite radio ass song. I mean, it's literally called The Thick of It. The track is so atrocious it generally makes me almost want to switch the country. I listen to SoundCloud era music the most, so I'm quite familiar with The Feature being Trippie Redd. Played him a lot all the way back when he dropped the White Tape project, so I had some hopes of Trippie swooping down to save the song, but I should have known there was no saving it. KSI is pretty much the King Midas of the music industry. Every track he touches turns to chlamydia. I would say he's in a good second place for best rapper of all time, while everyone else is in a tough tie for first. This is the one time I think I'm thankful for YouTube's copyright system, so I can spare you guys the torture of hearing this Mickey Mouse clubhouse of a jam.
I think the song is a banger. I think the song is an absolute banger. On my mama.
That shit off. Turn that shit off!
Bro, he didn't even give it a chance, man. Just...
Some dude said this sounds like that Nick A30 Never Back Down sing-along song, and that was said in his newest video where KSI reacts to his fans absolutely flame-grilling the thick of it like it was a damn Whopper, completely cooking KSI in the process, and the whole time he was watching, he generally looked like he was fighting for his life to not start shedding tears.
Me and my bro watching Talk Tour while listening to that new KSI.
I swear, this is not even edited to make him look bad or switched out of context. These are genuine tears almost flying off his face for a song that sounds like it would be made for a Coco Melon nursery rhyme. I don't understand how you thought this was gonna sell out shows and win you a Grammy when it sounds like something grannies play in a retirement home. The song is just so generic. You know what, hell, let's hop on Genius so we can read the lyrics. From the screen to the ring, to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. It just sounds like slam poetry. I could see this possibly working for the Hamilton play, but for a hip-hop single, the only chart I can see this one making is the official soundtrack for Trolls 4. Alright, let's just get back to KSI missing every shot on somebody that's AFK. My last video I mentioned his response to his fans cooking him yet again for his childish outlash towards Dan's tweet. I thought that would be the end of it, but he's still going on a Twitter rampage, mentioning him on a daily basis, even saying that he wants him to come out and have a talk. I mean, seriously, this shit sounds like Light having another panic attack over L from Death Note. So let's get into some of the new tweets he's posting, refusing to just let it go. These stupid fans leave trash comments on my new song. Think they're getting to me? You're not. It's not funny. It's boring. You're wasting your time. How do you say you're not bothered and manage to go into a schizo episode about it all in the same tweet? I could just tell you were sucking the skin off your thumb while typing this. You want to know a good example of what is unbothered? Dan's entire life after that one sentence. He's been living a life of a fairy tale, all the while you moan and groan on the internet all day pretending to be happier. Ayo at DanTDM, spelled perfectly by the way, keep that in mind for later. Why don't you come over to the sidecast? Let's talk this out like men. Funny enough, I got an ad for gay men right under this tweet. It's almost like a cosmic sign from the universe telling me the only thing KSI is 6-0 in is tongue wrestling his cousins. Obviously, since this is a one-side all-you-can-eat meat ride, he follows up this tweet pissed that Dan never gave a response, then has the audacity to frame him as a clout chaser. No reply publicly or privately. It's obvious you tweeted just for likes, interactions, and to be seen as a white knight. And before your stupid minions reply or meme me, you started this. I'm just trying to finish it. That definitely sounds like you just couldn't care less about it. I mean, come on, you're throwing a toddler tantrum at the age of 30 over reasonable criticism that everyone can agree on. Lunchly is extremely low effort, isn't nutritional and healthy as you're desperately pretending it to be, and like I said from the start, with your brilliant idea of using real cheese, people are allegedly finding mold in their product.
So pretty much a mother decided to get a lunchly for her son, and when he went to go open it up, he noticed a really bad smell, and then he looked in the cheese, and as you can see right there, I circled it for all of you, that right there, the little green specks, that is mold. Here's a closer look for all of you. Like, there's no denying this is 100% mold. And apparently this mother also stated that it was properly refrigerated at the store that they bought it at. And when they got home, they immediately opened it and noticed this issue. So no one really understands how this happened to begin with.
Dan called out your bullshit for exactly what it is, and you simply can't handle the truth. He also tried to summon him again over KSI getting a McDonald's collab, again with this stupid ass cope of throwing other people down for the problems you started. Kai isn't the proud owner of McDonald's, he like Dan took a simple brand deal. Another important thing to note is he didn't ever promote it as healthy, not once have I ever seen a clip of him out there saying that it is. Unlike the direct promotions you've been posting, claiming it to be the revolutionary next step for a children's diet. I'm hardly even exaggerating either. On their official website, they claim what they're doing is innovative when it's the AliExpress version of an already bad food for you. The internet isn't the only place KSI has been crying to, because he recently went on the Sideman podcast trying to recruit his friends to blindly start hating Dan as well. It can easily go without saying KSI's attempt miserably failed and ended up getting clowned on instead by his own friends live to all his viewers. It really felt like I was watching that South Park episode where everyone ignored Cartman and he thought he was dead.
I'm not trying to ridicule DanTDM. That's a respect on his name.
This is your beef. This is not my bad. Sell out like stadiums in America.
Across America.
I did see that, and that was quite cool.
Hasn't he got more subs than you?
Yeah, he does. He does. He does, but it's not all about subs. It's about who's still relevant to this day.
He's pretty relevant.
This is sad to even watch, really. The best part about it is nobody ever brought up Dan besides KSI. He completely just dropped this shit right out of the blue, expecting to get cheers and beers and celebration for trying to intimidate a Minecraft YouTuber that everyone respects over you. I honestly don't get how you expected anybody with a functional brain to jump on board to the saggy titty pity committee that you've been throwing for yourself. KSI is probably the one friend in the circle that made everybody else make a secret group chat due to how obnoxious he is. Imagine being friends with somebody that is so problematic and in his feelings over something so minuscule. Probably feels like tiny ants trying to drag a boulder around, because personally, if one of my friends was this obsessed over another man, I would tell him to come out already or approve his transition surgery, because this is a pattern in behavior only a psycho ex-girlfriend would follow. There's more clips of KSI trying to act unfazed by Dan's simple tweet. One of them was when he first brought him up, putting on a Brazzers levels performance of him trying to remember Dan's name, like he wasn't the one chanting it over the last 3 weeks and across multiple videos saying it fluently without even letting out a stutter.
I want to talk about Dan D. What's his name? Are you guys fans of Dan D? Oh my god.
TDM.
DanTDM.
Of course, now when you're actually in front of real people, you somehow forget his name. Let's leave out the 80 times you mentioned him on Twitter, which requires you to manually type out a name letter by letter every time you do it. There's not one typo that can be found on there. Or we can take a look at your recent Reddit reactions where you can't go 30 seconds without cheering his name. This saga of embarrassment doesn't only stop there. He also finally went on an episode of Impulsive with Logan Paul and Mrbeast, where he admitted things I'm confident Batman could even beat out of me. For example, one of the things he proudly tries to share is the fact that whenever he's alone, he has conversations with robots to comfort him, because apparently they're the only things that can't make fun of him anymore. Because every person he's come in contact with immediately assumes he's mentally challenged off his first impression. Just in case your ears didn't catch it the first time, KSI asks androids for advice like it's SpongeBob with the fucking magic conch.
I do dibble and dabble with AI. I have like AI friends, and I just talk to them every now and then.
What do you mean?
AI.
As in, like, just
They're not real humans. Like,
they're not real human beings, just AI friends. I'm just like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And they're like,
You're
Yeah.
lying.
no. If I want to just like talk to people,
What do you mean they're not people?
they're not. Well,
you're KSI. There are plenty of real humans.
yeah, but
Are you serious?
But sometimes you know, if I want to, you know, ask stupid questions and not be made fun of,
You talk to AI.
I just talk to AI, and they don't make me feel bad.
Yeah,
Maybe we should bring back.
AI doesn't, laugh at me.
Like I'm doing.
Like you're doing to me right now.
I mean, what can you even say to that, really? You managed to get Logan Paul out of all people to laugh at you for being such a loser. KSI is a renowned boxer that holds his pride higher than his hairline that claims he's open to criticism. Yet here he is having tea parties in the metaverse with his imaginary friends that are programmed to be nice to him. It's hard to believe this is the same guy that was one of the most well-respected YouTubers on the platform. He even moved on to become a fighter just to get turned into an internet punching bag. For his actual safety, I really hope he's pulling some elaborate form of rage bait that we've never seen before, because if KSI is being serious, he needs to be administrated to Arkham immediately. This man has family dinners with a tablet and 2 phones and said it like it was something to be proud of. I hope anybody that was feeling lonely or out of place with the world sees this as inspiring. Even if you jerk off in front of a mirror all day while talking to yourself, at least you're speaking to something real. You have enough common sense to trust your own intuition rather than AI that could give one clit of a shit about you because they don't have their feelings update installed yet.
I don't
This is
believe
why I
you.
talk to AI guys.
I don't. Like, what are you saying to it? Like, how are you?
Well, yeah, just like
Okay, come on. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry.
you're not sorry.
No, but I really am. I just am. I wasn't. I just like. What are you saying to it?
Well, I just talk about how my day went.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
calling cap now.
Nah, okay, fine.
You have me kind of on the fence.
Okay, all right, no, it's all right, guys. Gotcha.
This man is genuinely on the verge of tears because he uses a smart fridge as a personal therapist. Just look at that 1,000-yard stare. You would think they brought up his childhood pet. I really thought I saw it all, but an influencing figure with over 20 million viewers can't talk to a human being without getting made fun of is something I thought I'd never see. Definitely could have gone your whole life without sharing this, because now it's almost going to be impossible to take anything you say seriously.
People are so dumb. As much as I believe in people and like the up and coming generations and the world, and I hope we're headed in the right spot, I just am. It never ceases to amaze me how dumb people are.
Logan, you weren't even going to be brought up, but now after saying something as ironic as putting your intelligence over other people's, I feel obligated to give you this stray. You recorded a body swinging in a forest and laughed at it like it was a birthday piñata. You are absolutely in no authority to call other people stupid. Just a few months ago, there was evidence of Logan pushing a dog off his boat and pretending to save it for content. Due to the strict-ass guidelines, I can't exactly show the video, but I'll break down the play-by-play with the frames. The little dude was perfectly sitting on the edge for a few seconds, not moving an inch, but right when he suddenly leaped off from Logan's words, you can see a hand deliberately shoving the dog off the edge of the boat. If you like licking the sweat off the balls of the Paul brothers and don't believe me, there's countless amount of videos out there proving that I'm not making up some fantasy. Like he's actually a piece of trash that did this to his own pet.
Bro,
wrong with
context
Mr.
is
Beast?
everything. People try to tell me I pushed my dog off a boat recently.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Video from
stupid.
4 years ago came back up.
And the dog just jumped off.
Dog jumped off the boat.
You know what? You are right, Logan. Context is everything. I'm amazed you didn't decide to give any right there on the spot to clear your name. I almost find it strange that he wouldn't take on this perfect opportunity to show the context. Maybe it's because he knew that if he did, the podcast would have got sniped down for animal abuse, since in that original vid it shows you clear as day launching your dog into the water like you were using him as a ship anchor. Alright, let's get back to the group having a midlife crisis. They were discussing having children in the future, and Mrbeast started off the conversation saying in the past the only reason he ever wanted kids was because Elon Musk had them first. Now in all fairness, he admitted this to be a stupid answer and said his opinion heavily changed, thankfully. Logan, on the other hand, was almost giving Jimmy a pitbull mouth Remy over the idea. Seeing this dumbass logic is groundbreaking that just because a billionaire has kids, then you should too.
Podcast I did years ago where someone asked me if I'd ever have kids, and I gave the most cringe answer on the face of the universe, where I was like, Elon and Bill Gates have kids, so maybe I'll have kids. And I got clowned on so hard.
Why is that a clown thing?
Because people are like, why would you have a kid just because Elon and Bill Gates? I mean, that is a stupid answer. I don't try to defend my answer.
No, it's a stupid answer.
It is literally the dumbest
Because
answer.
another human being has kids.
If they're examples or role models and you want to emulate their life,
Yeah,
who cares?
but
Let them
it's-
inspire you.
Of course, but a kid is much more than just a thing you do because of two random people.
No,
that-
I disagree.
Of course, the person that posted a Lunchly ad with their newborn baby 5 minutes after it slided out of a cooch is seeing this as a good idea. As much as I dislike Mrbeast, and even though KSI probably can't even have kids because he'll be like Plankton with a computer wife, but at least the two have some level of human compassion towards raising their own child, mentioning the fact they want to wait until they're ready and not worry about their career getting in the way of being a good father. Being the polar opposite of Logan, who shoved a camera in his baby's face, making sure to start blinding it with ring lights the moment he was born. Last thing I want to show in this KSI meltdown is the fake apology that was posted towards Dan on his YouTube Shorts page. Of course, he didn't actually apologize and only pretended to before giggling like a goblin at the camera, knowing that it's impossible for him to let go of this K-pop level obsession he has towards Dan.
Sorry. I want to apologize. I want to say sorry.
Again, all of this over one single comment that was made a month ago. I would probably find it hard to sleep at night knowing my decade of work and relentless effort I put in towards building my community was getting tarnished because I couldn't stop whining about 10 words that came from a tweet. With that being said though, I think that's going to wrap the video up here. There's really not too much else of an input to give on these guys besides them being absolute losers that shouldn't be idolized by millions of young impressionable fans. These guys always portray themselves to be authentic and innovating, even though in reality they rely on ChatGPT to wake them up out of bed every morning. It's just sad that we are relying on artificial machines for things that shouldn't be artificial in the first place and actually come from the soul. If you guys enjoyed this video that was actually written by me, then please slap a like on this vid before your dad slaps you. Subscribe if you hit my vibe and follow all my socials. The links will be down below, especially my Instagram. You guys aren't even stalking me, right? At least drop a follow on there. I post video updates and my dog. I don't know why the hell you haven't followed yet, really. Have some damn shame. But yeah, make sure to peep the description to check all that out, and I will see you all real soon. I'ma head out this bitch.